to me is fun every day. I get a kick out of seeing the planner and there's like some kick car that I've got to go and check out. So it's amazing.
What do we have this week?
I have something lined up for you guys at the track. Both of you come.
Yeah.
It's a surprise.
A surprise? Don't know what that could be.
Is this like my birthday present for me?
Yes.
Dude, just tell me what.
No, just get to the track and stuff. I'll show you. Hammed Al Faradan and his brother own two of the fastest street racing Porsches in town. I thought, it would be really nice if I get Sumir over as well because he's crazy about Porsches.
Harley.
A Harley, yes. I believe it's called a night rod. Good night rod. Instead of saying like good night rod, it was night rod. That's just for me and how I remember stuff.
I'm cool with Harley. Actually, Harley and Ducati, those are the two brands that I'm always cool with. Whatever they need, we should support them because they usually support us very well. If we're gonna do the Harley, I would really like you to contact their marketing manager, Raj. Try and see how we can do a win-win situation. Harley-Davidsons that they have, the new ones, it's my weakness. But he has a new night rod. I'd love to do a feature on that bike. You ever heard of Torino restaurant? Remember Sheikh Abdullah? Apparently he just opened up a new restaurant and he just sent me an invite. I think he has a Mercedes. I know he has a new Lamborghini.
The color on that car is like really awesome. It's like a baby blue with orange. But the only issue I have with this week is I've got physiotherapy. I'll try to come. If I can make it, I'll definitely be there. Every now and then I have to go in. Getting in and out of like really small cars can be very taxing to your body.
We need to distribute the magazine before the Eid vacation.
And Eid, we're how many days off?
5.
What the hell?
I know. Samir was obviously having a Barney because we need to get the magazine ready for the deadline. I do their social media, so I have very little input into the content. So I think I'll be taking 5 days off. Happy Eid, Samir. I have stuff to do, so I'm gonna
Find
go.
out where Sangir is.
Hey, hold on. What did she just say?
I have stuff to do, I'm
It
going.
was interesting. It was at first.
We've moved on so far with Nadia. I feel so proud.
We're gonna go and meet Hammed Al Faradan, who's this guy I found on Instagram. He was actually a racing driver. He almost reached F1, and then he changed his career into rapping. So I thought that'd be quite interesting to do a story on him.
How have you been, man?
Been good, man, doing music. This is my passion now.
If we were ever gonna have a Formula 1 driver in Bahrain, it would be this gentleman.
So what do you mean it was like Formula 1?
I wished until GP2, which is one step behind F1.
Wow.
13 years in that sport, been a blessed.
Hammed has been racing since he was 7. I myself used to follow him as a journalist because he was amazing.
Why didn't you kind of pursue the F1?
That's the million-dollar question.
My main sponsor just did not have the chance to finish with me. In that time, it was really critical because I stopped on GP2. If I did something smaller, it's gonna destroy all what I did.
2008, 2009, banking crisis, and I think his sponsor was in the banking area. Kind of took a toll on his motorsport career, and there was no way around it. Blessing in disguise.
Exactly. It gave me a name to start another career and to start a new life, to
Which
study.
is why we're here, because I want to hear this.
Can we see freestyle?
Yeah, why not?
I've seen a lot of publications in the US that have a very strong connection of hip-hop and car culture, because a lot of these hip-hop artists love their cars, the Lamborghinis and the Ferraris and the Bentleys.
بحريني أصلي اسأل عن فصلي بحريني شعاري أبيض وأحمر. Trust me, I never understand why people try to put me down but I fly high in the sky. بحريني, that's how I'm talking about. إذا أنت تحب البحرين ارفع يدك فوق high.
It was really, really cool. That takes incredible skill. I would never be able to do it, ever.
I'm really impressed. You've transitioned from becoming one of the best drivers in the country to one of the best rappers in the country.
Thank you, man.
You have to go back to the office, right?
I do. I have to go.
Before I go, I want to check out your car, man. I heard you have a Mustang. Kind of remind me of the time when you actually used to race.
Yes, let's
All
go.
right, let's do that.
Go.
Now, you know, in the States, most of the rap artists, they have this killer pimp my ride kind of cars. So, you know, that's the next thing you're going to have to do.
I think that's a good idea.
It kind of goes. And when you do that, call me because I'll do another story on you
let's do that.
in Arabian Motors. The last time we did an interview with him, it was as a driver. And now we're doing an interview with him as a rap artist, which is an interesting spin to our magazine because, you know, our magazine is about cars and the people behind the cars. And you go perform outside Bahrain.
Yeah, I did in Dubai last year, the Dubai car show.
Oh, yeah, I was there.
Yeah, I was sponsored by Volkswagen.
Really?
Yeah, I was the ambassador for them for 2 years. And music, I pick it just because of racing, and I get attracted to hip hop because it got all that words of challenge, and I will do it. I will achieve my dream.
Once you have the experience and the history that this guy has of driving everything from 4 wheels to 2 wheels, he'll always be a good driver. You know, I have a picture of you. I think you were maybe 11 or 12 with a cup.
That wasn't karting, maybe.
At that time, I took that picture. I said, this guy is going to amount to something. I was thinking of racing. I didn't think of a rap artist. addition to the family.
Yeah, a month ago.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
I want to get my hands on these, and I want you to tell me all about these things. This is also beautiful. Is this your latest baby that let's go inside?
Let's go take a look.
He's a sheikh, actually, member of the royal family. But he's got several of those supercars. In fact, he had 2 of them parked outside. He opened up his own brand. It's called Torino. Wow, Abdullah, this is amazing. The name Torino. It's very unique. It's very nice, and it gives that Italian Mediterranean thing.
Yeah,
So
with a bull, if you've seen the bull.
Yeah.
Not the car bull. Because whenever we say something, your mind automatically goes to cars.
You tend to park your Lamborghini in front of your own restaurant. That's what restaurateurs do. How long are you going to be in California for?
For a year, back and forth.
And I heard that you're actually shipping one of your cars to California?
Yes, that's why I came to show you the Aventador.
That one's going to go to California?
Yeah.
Who does that? He does. We're going to hook up when we're Irvine. Because I'm going to be there at the same time, and we're going to do a Vegas trip, okay?
Sure.
How are you involved in this car scene that we have in Bahrain?
I'm a big fan of both Ferrari and Lamborghini.
Okay.
There was a certain Diablo.
Yeah, I know your cousin's
So
Diablo.
I was looking at those cars growing up. I couldn't tell the difference. When I was a kid, I was like, Diablo, what's that? You know? I thought it was like a everyday car.
We're a little bit more extravagant when it comes to cars.
We did the tour with the Supercars Club.
You're a member of the Supercars Club?
Yes.
How many members in that Supercar Club?
Over 50 members, or close to 100.
Basically, if you have a supercar, you belong to this club. I mean, it cannot even be a normal sports car. It has to be a supercar.
I was a previous owner of a 458 Ferrari.
Okay.
When I got back, then I found the Aventador.
Right.
And I quickly traded it in because there was a lot of demand on this specific model. You saw the wing, it's a DMC.
Yeah.
So installing the DMCs, you have to get the body kit from overseas
not
and
an
have
easy
it.
task.
Capristo exhaust system as well.
Okay. He had this amazing Lambo Aventador with like baby blue color. It's not your normal color. You wouldn't think of that color when you were thinking of Lamborghini. But then you see the interior, bright orange. These 2 colors, they just go hand in hand.
The Mercedes and Porsches are for like cruising, daily use.
Yeah. In the Supercar Club, what kind of cars do you guys have over there?
Well, they all range from like all Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Porsches, old school Ferraris.
Right.
And the Porsches has to be like a GT3 and above, 918. As you know, they established it in
Bahrain.
Yeah.
What do you do when you have extra disposable money? You pimp your car, and we do it really well over here.
We had 2 Bugattis, La Ferrari as well.
Of course, I like all the cars, but I love Porsches. I have a 911 Turbo. It's manual.
I'm a Porsche guy too. Porsche Carrera was my first sports car.
They're really there to perform and kick of every other car, and that's what they do.
The SLS, as you know, they stopped production in 2014. Natural Mercedes engine without any turbos. Exterior paint is the AMG matte gray.
Charcoal matte, which is a unique color. Usually they sticker the car that way, but this guy actually painted the car that way.
Installed the carbon fiber body kit, and I installed the Forgiato 20-inch rims.
Okay, that's
and
fantastic.
that's one of the cars that I'm not gonna let go.
This is how you start your collection. There's not many of them left. I mean, they're a piece of art.
Okay, so you want to do that right now?
Let's do the Lamborghini first.
Okay.
I'm ready. Let's do this.
We're on Strada mode.
Which means normal street mode.
Yeah.
What's the best thing about this car you like?
The shifts,
Yeah.
the downshift.
Lamborghini is the ultimate supercar. There's a saying, basically, it's like, if you want to be somebody, drive a Ferrari. If you are somebody, drive a Lamborghini. The cars that he has, I mean, come on. It's an Aventador, it's a Lamborghini, it's gorgeous, it's beautiful. The supercar feeling and the door.
The doors make a difference.
And the way it looks from the outside, yeah, the blue-orange combination, it looks amazing.
Yeah, that's why they're not tinted. You didn't
That
notice
is
the
why they're not
Mercedes.
tinted. You're right, because the Mercedes is fully tinted.
Yes.
He did not tint the car in order for it to show the interior of the car contrast with the outside, because they just really go hand in hand. This is not your first Lamborghini, right?
I had a Gallardo Spider.
Amazing car. The sound of the car, I mean the roar. That car ripped that track. Feels amazing sitting in a Lamborghini.
You feel really low. أحس إن there's a difference between the Murcielago era and the Aventador era.
Yeah.
I think this is more Audi. I like it more
Lamborghini?
Yeah.
I love that. Okay. So the car was tremendous. He made it so light and so fast. Fantastic. صعبة, it's so hard not to drive fast with this car. What's the next car after this one?
Diablo. It's on my list. I have a soft spot for old school.
Yeah, it has to be part of your collection, yani, especially if it has some sentimental value.
If you noticed all the car collectors, they have the Diablo, they have a contest.
They do. My generation, when they were young, this is the poster they had in their bedrooms. It was the contest and the Diablos. Kids grow up wishing that one day they'll have those. So this you got from Qatar?
Yes. One of the group members
Super Cup group
yes,
members.
asked me the information. I told them If it's not a DMC, don't bother sending me the information.
Okay. DMC.
That's an aftermarket. They're known to be like a Lamborghini specialist. Perfect body kit on each model, specifically built for an Aventador.
And that color is so unique, it makes it stand out even more, which is hard because it's Lamborghini. You don't need to stand out more.
No wasta.
No, unfortunately not. Wasta basically is, I'm in trouble and I need somebody to get me out of this problem. Happens everywhere, even in America.
And I don't think all the supercar owners are driving their cars every day.
No, makes sense now to have such a club because
Yeah.
that one actually get an organized event
Yeah.
where you get to go.
They had police escort for us. They have them in Dubai, you know, the Bugatti police cars.
I guess that's why they have them there, to make
Yeah,
sure they
yeah,
catch cars like
exactly.
this. He showed me the performance of that car and showed me why he loves that car. I can only think what he's going to do when he takes it to California.
So which Harley you like?
I saw a sparkly one and I know that was quite pretty.
Get it.
But I also like that one over there that I was like riding before. But I don't really like going on the roads and stuff. I'm scared. Motorbike, no way. Track is something different. On the road, no. But I do like speed.
I went to the showroom in my V-Road Muscle, one of my favorite bikes, because I knew I was going to check out the V-Road Night Road. It's so hot outside.
So you came with the bike?
That's right, Raj.
Which one, the V-Road or
The
the...
V-Road Muscle.
I want to show you another one.
Another V-Road.
More bikes. Oh, Lord, Samir came late. He could have gone in there earlier if he'd only used his car. No, but he had to come on a bike in the middle of August. Who does that?
This is the one, Nitro Special. Compare, your one is, this one got more horsepower.
Right.
Your one is 119 and
Right.
it's 121 horsepower. The same 240 back tire.
This is a stronger, faster bike. I always liked the Night Rod, a little bit darkish, bad boyish kind of the bike.
The V-Road engine is designed by Porsche.
I really can't wait to try it and compare it to the one I already have. Why do you guys have these parts?
Protection, if you fell down in case.
I know.
Your engine plus your leg.
All the V-Rods are designed based on drag racing, so they have that backward seating, forward arm stretching, and pedals in the front.
Can the front be extended? Last time I tried to ride this, you know, it was always an issue with my knees trying to turn the wheel.
Unfortunately, this one cannot.
Get away from behind me. Ugh, it's heavy, dude. Even if I put my foot up, see, I can't. It doesn't work. Does not work.
Just do a wheelie.
Any bike I sit on looks like a trike. Put me on these two wheels, they suddenly start looking really small. Put me in a car, air conditioning, creature comforts, and I'm a happy camper.
So this can be fully customized, right?
I would say very limited.
You can buy it for what it looks and for what it
Yes.
is. It's much more comfortable than the Night Rod that I tried 5 years ago. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the standard V-Rod.
You should try it, then at least you'll get some.
The sales pitch coming along. Sales pitch coming along.
Whenever they have a story to tell, a particular bike, a new model, it's Raj that gives us a call. And the other reason he calls me is actually he always wants to sell me a bike. And he usually succeeds because I have a lot of money in it. Now, do you want to join me? I mean, there's a nice, comfortable seat in the back.
Sorry,
over
I
here.
would
Are you
never
sure?
get on
By the
that.
way, we do have a jump start. It's a kind of simulator. You can try it.
Well, stimulator.
Simulator.
Not a stimulator,
yeah,
a simulator.
Oh, sorry, I had one.
Stimulate your mind.
Hang on, I need to get this right because I think it's going to get me in trouble one day. So I really need to learn the difference between them. Is it a real motorcycle?
Yes.
Is that
Simulator.
Simulator.
okay? He shoved me on it and I felt really uncomfortable. I didn't know what I was doing.
This is the clutch, the gear.
Wait, hang on, I can't drive a manual. Have you not got automatic?
We don't have it. It's a Harley.
Oh my god, okay, then we might have a problem.
Okay, well,
There are things she doesn't understand and she'll end up asking that silly question. Okay, fire it up.
Oh my god.
press the clutch, make it down.
Down?
Yeah. Accelerate. Yeah.
But I was not stimulated, I'll tell you that. It was weird. I was like on it and like he was telling me what to do and it was horrible and I wanted to get off and then it was like, no, keep going and then there was a clutch. I don't belong on a motorbike.
I love the Night Rod. It's a 2016 model. Extremely heavy bike. V-Rod has 3 models. It has a standard V-Rod, it has a Night Rod, and it has the Muscle. To me, the Muscle is just beautiful in terms of the way it looks, whereas the Night Rod is more aggressive, a very comfortable seating position for myself, but not comfortable for long journeys, which is what usually you do with Harleys. It's just not the easiest bike to ride, but it was the most beautiful Harley-Davidson bike I've ever seen. A monster of a bike. I might actually pay a visit personally to work out some kind of a good deal for that bike.
I can hear something coming. What is that?
Baby, these are Porsches. Fantastic. Kiana shows up with Ahmed and Amri, the Al Khan brothers. Call them Porsche brothers.
Wow, here they are.
What a combination, man.
Beautiful colors, hey? Skittle
Wow.
orange.
My two favorite cars in the world.
One's a 991 and the other's a 997. They're just awesome. Tell him about the horsepower.
These cars are 700 plus wheel horsepower, so combined you've got 1400 wheel horsepower. This is the latest generation 991 2016. This car is a 997 first generation, come with a mid-gear engine. As you know, they're the best engines Porsche ever built.
The older version, which is like mine, and the newer version, which is like what I want to get.
It's got upgraded turbos. This car is a 6-speed manual, and that car is a PDK. Both of them are 9-second cars, 200 mile an hour plus.
He's nuts about Porsches, and I thought it would be fantastic for him to see what modified cars are all about.
Extremely fast. Of course, both got stock engines, methanol injection on them. Being a manual, this car's got an upgraded clutch. That car's got a stock transmission in it. But that car's got extremely quick shift, so.
It was almost like Samir was having a baby. He was so excited.
This is not your average 997. This car was fully assembled in Germany.
Carbon fiber there. But check the gauges out. Check the steering wheel. Completely customized.
But those sorts of cars, I'm more interested, so I want to learn about them.
The wheels. This is like completely special. Look at the butt of the car. This is the 991. That is an internal code for Porsche because all of them are 911s. You recognize which one's which year to which year was that
Well,
car
the lights
made in.
look different.
Modified cars have a way of taking their time getting ready, but when they do get ready, they're just like killers.
It was ordered specifically to be converted into the GT Street.
No way.
One of the first full Tekar GT Streets, which is actually built by them.
I love them. I don't know which one I love more. The cars are both amazing. Porsche till date has not failed me. They keep coming up with even more beautiful cars.
This is more brute, and that car is very civilized. That car will always out-accelerate this car because it's got such a fast transmission. This car is almost 10 years newer than this car.
Yeah.
But when you look at it,
I know,
the beauty about Porsche, they keep their DNA. That frog look.
It is a frog look, isn't it? A skittle orange
Gorgeous frog.
And I'd already planned it with Amr and Ahmed. The best part was we were going to be driven around on the track by these two guys who knew the cars inside out.
I was documenting stuff for 5 minutes, and then they decided to go for a test drive. That's annoying.
Am I just going to be eating his dust the whole way?
Hope not. Hope he's gonna be getting our dust.
The minute I accelerate, the meth will go on, and that's cooling down my charged air. That's the beauty of it.
So you enjoy this more than the other car?
Yeah, this is like luxury.
It's quick, yani.
Karen and I just get in those cars and we just start going crazy on that circuit. Ahmed drives like a maniac, but with full control.
Ah, I can hear that backfire, dude. Lord, that is amazing. Amr's car has a special exhaust system. Every time he'd put his foot off the throttle, there was this huge backfire from his exhaust. It was like a foot-long flame. It's ridiculous. Dude, that looks so fat and flat. It's unbelievable. And these are like two wolves.
That car made the circuit look blurry.
What kind of wheel horsepower is on this?
This one's making around 720, a conservative daily tune.
Nasty exhaust. I was actually fascinated by how fast these cars had become. You don't see that kind of action on a Porsche. It was fantastic.
You wanna go?
1, 2, go!
Bye-bye, baby. Bye-bye, baby. All right, Sam, please forever hold your peace. The manual is pretty impressive. It's fast.
Modifying cars makes them go insane. The fact that these two cars did it so smoothly was unbelievable, especially the 991.
The 991 comes with bigger front and rear tires. Profile, forget width. Always the Porsche have got narrower front and wider back. That's part of the way the Porsches are. But the nice thing about this car, it comes in and out of turns good.
I love this car. This one is closer to my car. We had the car with stick shift 6 gear and they had the PDK version. You kind of have a little bit more control, especially in corners when it comes to manual. But when you're on a straight, PDK just kicks in and it makes the car so fast.
This was the first fully modded 991.
Wow. But that's a very beautiful 997.
Also, it's got the carbon ceramic brakes.
Inside the car, you would never guess how smooth and comfortable it was. I mean, you know, these are cars with around 1,000 bhp on tap.
What makes a car collectible? Certain attributes of the car. A rare engine, a rare transmission, a rare body type. Why did this become collectible, the 993? Because of the mid-gear engine. This is the last of the manuals. There's no more manuals in turbo cars.
I had a blast having the circuit at night all to ourselves. And in those cars, what else can I ask for?
A whole hour, literally eating their dust. Every time they drove past, I just felt like the Sahara Desert flying on me.
Flip side of having a track in the desert. But I tell you something, it is so
Nadia came up with this really great idea. Hammed Al Faradan, the race driver, turned into a rap artist. She had the right questions, nothing about does this car come in pink or does it have 5 wheels or something like that. At least she came up with an idea. Did you have a good time at the Harley-Davidson with that stimulator thing that you did?
Simulator and stimulator mixed up, which everyone found
We're
bloody
just,
hilarious.
It was one of those red and embarrassing moments again that comes out of Nadia, which is expected.
Yeah, well, I'm dyslexic, so I
don't
probably
say
wouldn't have
that.
picked up on it, but the simulator was quite stimulating. Just full of vibrations.
Actually, I get the same feeling when I get on my bikes. I just enjoy motorbikes, specifically
You're
Harley.
emphasizing enjoy, like how much do you
It's just
enjoy
the
it?
power, the control, the freedom, the bad. I'm already starting my motorbike collection. I have just 4, but it's starting. That BMW Cafe, that's coming into my house. That Ducati X Diablo, that's gonna come to my house. Went to this amazing restaurant called Torino, and it just so happens that this guy has amazing cars.
Talk to me, baby.
Mercedes SLS AMG. You didn't show up, so you missed out on something really amazing. You had a really, really cool Aventador. It was beautiful.
Unfortunately, I couldn't go. I had to deal with the physiotherapy session. That's life.
Contact.
We have a lot of cover cars, and I just don't know how to scatter them out. The owners, everybody wants it on the cover. For example, the Ferrari.
Having too many covers is something I love hearing. The content that we got was fantastic, and we're always going for more content than what we need so that we can pick and choose and apply them in the months that matter. Never promise when you're gonna put it.
I
In fact,
try
never promise
not
them
to.
cover.
I try not
unless they
to.
insist, saying I'll only get it to you if it's a
I
cover."
try not to, but see, these are people that have other cars as well, which we'll need. And in order to butter them up for the next one, I'm gonna have to do this. I had a whole load of cars lined up to photograph and to picture. It was gonna be very difficult to decide which ones to put on the cover, which ones to put in later.
Abdullah,
Yeah.
Torino,
Yeah.
he's taking his Lamborghini to LA.
He knows how to do it right. If you're doing
Hey,
it.
maybe I can do the photo shoot in Vegas with him.
Oh, wow.
Showing up in Vegas in a Lamborghini with Bahraini license plates. I'm really looking forward for that this summer. I'll do the photo shoot,
Vegas?
I'll do the video in Vegas.
Get a model.
Just get anybody from Vegas. There's old models there.
When in doubt, put a sexy girl on.
And thank you for that Porsche experience. Ahmed and Amiri and their friggin' amazing Porsches.
Those cars were so good. I'm just one of those guys. To get somebody to enjoy an automobile, for me, that was very fulfilling. We aim to please.
You guys.
I loved it.
What?
Don't blame me. It's
really
Why
loved it.
did you drag me down there? It was bollocks, it really was. While the guys had so much fun in their Porsches, I was just sitting on the side, watching their dust go round and round. I'm never doing that again, I'm telling you.
That's life. It's happened to me a couple of times. Part
It
of the
did
job.
happen to me.
That Viper.
Viper, when you and Mo just decided to get in the car and just go for a spin.
Yeah, but
It's my
we were
fault.
fine. At the end of the day, the Instagram followers went nuts for the Porsches. So I'm kind of glad it did go because obviously I'm getting a good response. Are you still trying to punish me for me throwing the magazine on the floor?
Oh, no.
We forgot about it.
What magazine? Really? You did that? I did get her back. Of course not. No.
I know, I wouldn't do it again.